Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Jolly, and we are on chapter 7 of Reverse 1999. Last episode was, wow. Let me see. We're on Ransomed. We're starting Pride and Prejudice Part 6. There we go. Alright, a chaotic duo found in chaotic minds. In the last episode, Matthew, the researcher, found out, he wanted to prove that voices were coming from the mask. So he decided to put it on, and it kind of made him a bit eccentric, crazy, and so they were interrogating him, and I'm thinking that there's some kind of incantation on the mask that the how do you say it, Manus Vindictae. I want to say this. How do you say this? Where they can hear each other whenever they put the mask on through the incantation, and so they discovered that this mask is in the hands of the Foundation, and they're trying to find out their secrets, and so they were able to cause him to explode. That is my take on it. If I'm wrong, I want to hear your take on it. What you think about how this mask works, and wow. It is really getting heavy. Let's see, Pride and Prejudice. Let's get started. An unknown incantation. A mask that has been proven to be extremely dangerous. These are the only leads they currently have on the storm. Her metallic fingers pick up another stack of files. These are the test results of the Manus mask, confirming the presence of a symmetrical nuclide R. The robot studies them carefully. The slit on her face pulses in contemplation.
What is the status of the sampling, Simone? Any updates from the timekeeper?
For the moment, no. The people on the island are still suspicious of the Foundation's motives, so she hasn't had a second chance to collect any samples. But she has called in an hour ago. We were informed that she will return to the cave shortly. She also warned us that the immunity zone on the island appears to be shrinking. The safe zone is not stable.
The robot did not put on a face today. Simone can only read her mood from the narrow slit.
Mom, have you noticed something?
They are unrelated, Simone. The mask and the incantation are indeed related to Manus Vindictae, but they are unrelated to each other.
Really? She moves the sealed Manus mask aside.
If the account of the Vienna investigator is correct, one cannot help but question, why would Arcana not simply give the masks to Isolde and her brother?
True.
Investigator Marx's report was highly lacking, making it challenging for us to infer what truly happened.
I suppose we can be skeptical that the report is incomplete, but it is all we have for now.
Maybe she wasn't sure that Isolde had completely made up her mind on which side she was going to be on. No.
She did a good job. I could not have asked for more. We all heard it. An ancient miracle. A circle of salvation.
The robot extends her hand, drawing an imaginary circle in the air.
The leader of Manus Vindicte promised a miracle, but the mask is far from it. The mask is a tool of control, designed to identify and enslave the believers. Matthew has demonstrated its effects for us, but this ritual is different.
Do you mean the ritual is more sophisticated than the mask?
The robot nods approvingly.
Perhaps, but it is not entirely definitive. The investigators in Vienna completed their mission spectacularly, and now Matthew has proven that the mask is useless for our purposes. Its immunity was only a cover for its other functions, and the mask has powerful and irreversible side effects. Even if we find out how it protects the wearer from the storm, we cannot use it on our colleagues.
No. She picks up the script.
If this incantation is verified to be true, it will be our Promethean fire.
This ritual is useless to us. Save yourself this trouble. We're not getting anywhere with this.
What?
The room is cluttered with all sorts of sophisticated equipment. Excuse me. The floor is littered with scrap paper. The researchers haven't lifted their heads or taken a break for quite some time. The cryptography lead stares at Enigma, a fresh cup of coffee in his hand. His patience is wearing thin as the metaphorical string label tolerance in his mind is finally about to snap.
Explain yourself, Adler. What do you mean the ritual is useless? You barely sat down. My coffee's still hot.
The cryptographer solemnly hands the lead a stack of papers from his desk.
I don't need to waste any more time. It's simple logic. The current information is insufficient for cryptographic decryption. We're attempting an exhaustive brute force, comparing every ancient text and record to find the language or corresponding text. It's like looking for a needle in a colossal haystack. Even if we stumble onto a match, none of us can validate such a thing. A breakthrough in this regard is simply not possible.
You can't be serious.
Across the room, a man stands up abruptly from his chair, clenching a pen in his hand.
And what is the basis of your reasoning? Have you figured out the mechanics behind the ritual?
I didn't need to understand the intricacies of Arcanum to deduce this. It was simple logic.
So you never even tried to understand it. With your supposedly superior human reasoning, you dismissed all of our dedication and hard work just like that. Who the f do you think you are?
Oh my. Before anyone can react, the researcher lunges at Enigma and punches him right in the face.
What?
Enigma brings a hand up to his cheek, looking more confused than angry.
Matthew was right. You arrogant fools, clueless morons! Get out of my face, you humanocentric narcissist! Go to hell!
Oh my word. The researcher snarls, brandishing his pen like a soldier brandishing a dagger. I think he's been affected by this incantation. Much to his frustration, his swing loses power mid-air, another casualty of the neck and shoulder pain that plunges this office. Enigma narrowly avoids the attack, bewildered by the turn of events.
Was this really necessary? I was just sharing my conclusion.
Wow.
Oh, it was the mask. I should have thought of that. He worked in the same lab as Matthew, and he must have been exposed to the mask.
Let me think. Matthew, I think Williams was placed to work with Matthew.
But his physical exam seemed fine. Is there an incubation period?
There must
Does
be.
he seem
has
fine to
be.
you now? Huh?
No.
No! Williams! Put that down. That's the only Conway Automaton 5 left after the storm.
Oh dear. He is met with a glutinal, a guttural growl followed by a deafening crash of metal against the wall. The machine whizzes past his head and shatters to pieces on impact. The cryptography lead can feel his sanity teetering on the brink. The cryptography lead. He staggers towards the door, frantically smacking the big red button on the wall.
Security! Security! We've got a code red!
Oh gosh. We got a battle. Okay. Oh yes, I meant to show you. I have worked some more on Pickles. Can I pull him up from here? I've got his oh my goodness, I can't even think right now. This right here. Insight. All the way leveled up. And he is now level 34. So, and his resonance is at level 7. So, there we go.
Your request has been heard.
Oh my goodness. I didn't think
I'll handle
about
it.
the
Alright.
effects
Music
that
will
would be
speak.
caused on
The perfect solution.
on Williams.
According to my
Just
calculations.
being in the room with the mask. But I was wondering where he was, and because the thing we read yesterday, I think he was supposed to keep
The bone
Matthew
music will
from
speak.
making crazy decisions with his
Stay away from me.
explorations. It didn't quite work.
Another perfect combination of reason and passion.
Goodness.
So, what are the implications for the decryption?
There were no unintended consequences. We were able to control Williams in time, and the Conway Automaton 5 he destroyed wasn't useful to our work anyway.
I am glad you kept the damages to a minimum.
Lucy turns off the screen in front of her and turns around.
Since you are still here, Mr. Ulrich, I take it as a sign that you have more to report?
In a secluded area of the hallway, an emotionally charged complaint is about to take place. The cryptography lead tries to keep his voice low, looking completely disheveled from the turmoil he has just endured.
Williams was merely an accident, ma'am, but Adler is a loose cannon on the team. We need to talk about this. With all due respect, I still don't understand why you put him on the team. He may have made his contributions to Laplace, but that was 8 years ago. Now he's just an irritating defeatist and a staunch supporter of humanocentrism.
Every particle of ferrofluid in his helmet is vibrating with rage, his voice rising involuntarily.
He never understood the Arcanum, or tried. He's still stuck in the time before the first storm and refuses to acknowledge that his small, beautiful world is gone. How can someone like that help us?
The robot senses its doubt and frustration. There may be more sentiments and underlying issues at play. She pauses for a moment before answering, as if deep in thought.
I understand your concern, but I have not heard anything about the incapacitation of Adler Hoffman.
What? He got a few scratches at most. The guy barely touched him.
So he is fine. I am glad we agree. Is there anything else you would like to report?
It's like she didn't even hear what he said. The robot waits 5 seconds for an answer, but there isn't one. This must be the social cue that it is her turn to speak.
His lack of knowledge on Arcanum is exactly why we need him. His human perspective will offer valuable insights on arcane rituals. The results of this study will not only be used to save Arcanists, but also humans who share the same world with us.
The cryptography lead tries to argue further, but Lucy is certain the issue has been sufficiently addressed.
We are racing
think
against
so.
the clock, mister. And your report on personal disputes and racial conflicts has wasted 2 minutes and 37 seconds of our time. If he refuses to cooperate, You have every right to remove him from the team. That is your responsibility. Oh.
From the other end of the corridor, the subject of their argument approaches, looking deeply upset and clutching a stack of papers. Clearly, he has heard every word they just said.
I am relieved that you survived your altercation. What would you like to report?
Oh my. Their eyes meet, making both of them squirm uncomfortably. This is undoubtedly one of the most awkward moments in both of their careers. After a prolonged silence, Ulrich steps back and walks away. Without even looking back at him, Enigma begins his report in a low voice.
I'm fed up with wasting time, ma'am. The setback with the mask has already driven too many people insane. That's why you should take a look at this.
He hands the stack of files to Lucy.
I can logically deduce that our current direction is another dead end. The incantation isn't long enough for cryptographic decryption. We will have to turn to ancient records. Perhaps we'll find something in age-old manuscripts, in tablet inscriptions, or in the memories of powerful arcanists.
Maybe.
But even if we find it, we can't validate it because none of us can cast the skill.
The robot remains silent during his pessimistic remarks, flipping through each page of the file.
Low-ranking arcanists can't cast high-ranking skills, even if they know the exact pronunciation and meaning of the incantation. Gnosis is beyond reason like that and cannot be debated. It stems from raw intuition rather than logic and intellect, is shaped by personal experience and natural abilities, and cannot be intentionally replicated. And the most determining factor, it relies on the arcanist's purity of blood. The miracle ritual you hold such hopes for belongs to the leader of Manus Vindictae, a pure-blooded arcanist whose power is beyond our imagination.
I'm wondering if Matilda can handle that.
It's like asking a toddler to solve Goldbach's conjecture. It's completely beyond the boundaries of our limits.
But you are not an arcanist. Why should you play by their rules?
The man is taken aback by her question. It's something he's never considered before.
You are right. Arcanists differ due to their purity of blood. Researcher Medicine Pocket has already reported the linear correlation between the bloodline of an arcanist and their abilities, and has drawn a conclusion 10 times more extreme.
The clouds are hiding the sun.
Then you should listen. That's their area of expertise.
Her neck moves subtly, almost like shaking her head.
We know that our cryptographers do not have the power to validate the ritual, and we do not expect you to do that. All I ask of you is to come up with a feasible plan and to do it as a team.
Enigma turns away, repulsed at the mention of team. Lucy finishes reading the report and hands it back to him.
Your deduction is logical, but not practical or actionable. So I should return this to you.
What?
The glow in her eye slit is strangely reassuring, almost like a smile. She looks out of the window.
Your logic is impressive, Adler, but do not let it limit your thinking. You spoke of the boundaries of arcane power, but logic has its limits too, no?
Yeah.
Knowledge can be obtained through various means, such as intuition, logical reasoning, empirical observations, and teachings from others. Your team is not the only one cracking the ritual through their own means. If you fail, we will turn to the others, and if that approach is wrong, we will try another. If no solution is found before the storm, we will simply wait for the next one. What matters is we keep moving forward, no matter the cost. We must keep to the path, or we will be swept away like dust in the rain.
For once, the researcher does not argue. He whispers as if talking to himself.
If one team fails, you can still turn to the others. Warum denn? Warum musste es Greta sein?
What?
Forget it. Just a bitter, irrational thought. This marks the end of my efforts. Hopefully, the others will bring you the needed breakthroughs.
The man walks away in anger, but after only a few steps, a question comes to mind.
You've been waiting here for a while. Are you expecting someone? You aren't the type to waste time listening to us whine. So there must be something here worthy of your attention. Is someone close to a breakthrough?
Nothing of the sort. I am recharging. We have a public power outlet here.
She moves her joints as if standing for so long has stiffened her body.
But I am indeed waiting. The doves of the Whitestone House are here.
The sound of flapping wings fills the air. Now I understand who sends the white doves, okay. The researcher is astonished as the creature, with a texture similar to plaster, perches on her metal finger.
Good. Someone closer to the limit has given us aid.
Alright, we have a clue. Storm immunity description progress. Investigator Mark is originally from Romania and conversant in several languages, including German and English, has determined that the pronunciation of the spells does not belong to any language she knows, and has therefore provided the spell as a phonetic transcription. English, German, French, Romanian, Spanish, Chinese, Russian, and Polish. Wow, that's a lot of languages she knows. That's amazing. Suggestion from Adler, a tuna psycho. Okay, I'll smack him later. That's funny. All incorrect. Missing critical information. Rare language. Dead language. Alright. And we have...
Be ever so careful, dear. The fiery thirst for knowledge is blazing bright within you. Be careful not to put it out. Once, many fire thieves sat here, sipping coffee, as they tried to decipher the best angle to hold up their reeds, to jam the burning wheel of Helios and steal his flame. The gods are selfish. They're stingy with their might.
Shouldn't gods be more generous? Some will receive it first come, first serve.
That's easy to say when the power's not yours to give. Knowing how to share is a rare virtue. Knowing how to share knowledge is a rarer virtue still. How can we transfer our wisdom into mortal minds? The gods pondered.
How would you have answered that question?
Can inspiration be duplicated from one brain to another? It comes and goes like a gust of wind. So, what can be done?
Sounds like a twist to the story is coming.
Not yet, darling. We've only finished the prologue. However, there is a but waiting down the road. A sudden rain dampened people's enthusiasm for the future. The floppy disks and many clever minds perished in it. Some of the fire thieves grieved the loss. They screamed and swore to retrieve what was lost. What about the rest of them? They returned to primitive chaos, like coelacanths crawling back into the ocean after thousands of years of evolution. Once again, they became the protégés of Arcanum. Perhaps they made the right choice by leaving that useless science behind. Who knows? The story of the fire thieves has only gone this far, darling. At this point, no one knows what will happen to Prometheus or what's inside Pandora's box.
Alright, there is one more thing. Here we go. Equipment failure repair record. Excuse me. A nifty little fellow. The crystallization of tangible wisdom. Okay. Conway Automaton 5, also known as Life Game 5. It is the most popular mind expansion tool in the place. Capable of simulating cell life and death calculation within a maximum of 216 pixels with predefined rules and supporting modular assembly and custom interfaces. Among other features, it has been proven to maintain the mental agility of researchers and can simulate most current popular games. Almost all Conway automatons?
Automations?
It ends with TONS.
Yeah, I don't know. Automatons.
Automatons. Okay, that sounds right. Conway automatons were lost in the storm or scrapped to make room for important instruments. This is the last remaining one in the Scientific Computing Center. By the way, thank you.
You're welcome.
Although the Conway Automaton 5 cannot play a practical role in password decryption, to ensure the enthusiasm of the decryption team's work, an urgent repair request is hereby made. If the repairs cannot be completed in a short period of time, it is hoped that a substitute can be allowed during the repair period, such as the latest handheld console, the Game Dude Color. The Game Dude Color. The GameCube. It's got to be a reference to the GameCube. Okay, we have hard mode here for our battle. Go ahead and do that. Can I do it? I need 20. Do I have? Just enough. Okay. Yay!
Your request has been heard.
I did my dailies today.
All right, the bones will tell.
I probably should wait and do those.
Perfect solution.
Since I'm recording this every day. I don't think that sun's gonna come back out. It was bright out there.
Sterilize.
The music.
Wear gloves.
Stay away from me.
Get out of here.
Another perfect combination of reason and passion.
Oh, that tastes good. I made some hot ginger honey tea. Alright, that completes part 6, Pride and Prejudice. We are still working on trying to figure out what the incantation for the mask is. So hopefully we can figure out how to figure out what the incantation is on the next one. Mage of the Minotaur? Yeah, Minotaur. Mage of the Minotaur. So, if you guys don't know, chapter 12 is out now. So, hopefully, eventually, I will get to that part. We are on chapter 7, so I'm thinking about maybe live streaming chapter 8. Start live streaming. That way we can get to chapter 12 and I can get caught up with everyone else. But I kind of like doing these smaller episodes, but I also like doing the chapters all in one set. So I want to hear from you guys. How do you prefer prefer it, the smaller episodes or the whole chapter in one lump sum, or live stream it all. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys on Monday.